You are smart. You are beautiful. You are talented. Bitch, they love you. Call us a little trailer trash, but hey, that's on brand. Girl, you are gonna be looking good for the show. Oh, shit. We late. See you later, Wookie. Bye. Can this bitch go any faster? Damn. Show gonna be over by the time we get there.
Put your hands together right now for Mathews! Birmingham, Alabama! Y'all looking good tonight. Well, let me rephrase that. Some of y'all look good tonight. Some of y'all look like you fell from an ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. Oh, I'm so excited to be here in my hometown. I brought my favorite girl, Fluffy. Sit your ass down, bitch. There we go. My life has changed so much over the last couple of years. It's taken some time to get used to it. And as people know me on the internet and people, they follow me and they know who I am, they say the stupidest shit to me. This person messaged me and said, if you hate it there so much, maybe you should just leave. I said, bitch, you hate your ugly ass kids too. But you don't up and leave them, you saggy titty hoe. I can't fucking stand people. I don't know how I do this, y'all, because I can't stand people. This lady messaged me, do you really wear that robe, or is that just an act for views? I said, I don't know about where you live, but in Alabama, we're in a recession. Laundry detergent is higher than a giraffe's pussy. And bitch, I sleep naked, okay? So in the morning times, I put on my robe and go take care of all them badass motherfucking animals. And then I put on my regular clothes. And y'all know what it's called? Let me teach y'all something real quick. Stand on this called? It's called mind your fucking business. The shit is free. Can you believe it? It don't even cost you no money. Just free as hell. How y'all doing up there? Y'all got y'all's tickets late. It's okay. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Ain't nobody talking to you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. This tour has been absolutely incredible for me. This tour has been everything that I never thought that I was going to have or do, and I'm just so lucky to be able to do this. And I'm really excited to share with you guys tonight because the last couple of years, people have put me in the box of the farm chore guy or the chicken guy, and I'm here for that because it's a part of who I am, but it's not the only part of who I am. And so if that's okay with you guys, I say we get down to it. I just want to let y'all in on a little secret. I wore my Spanx for y'all tonight. I did. Let me tell y'all something. I said, ooh, bitch, hometown. Let me look good for these bitches. And I was like, who I'm trying to look good for here? And I don't know about y'all. My organs, do y'all wear Spanx? Because let me tell you something. My organs feel like they are on fire. All right? I cannot fucking breathe. But you know, you want to look right and tight, not left and loose. I got a wedgie so fucking tight up my asshole right now. But I can't, look, this is not a joke. Bitch, this is not a motherfucking drill. Y'all don't worry about me, baby. Let me tell y'all a story, okay? Last summer, I performed a sold-out show in Las Vegas. At this time of my career, this is the biggest highlight of my career. And I'm going through the airport. Jesus. Shut the fuck up. Are you slow? All these bitches from Alabama, slow as hell. Damn. So I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going through the airport, and I open the bathroom door. And as I open the bathroom door, I see there is a pile of shit on the floor. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you shit on the fucking floor? Like, you have a whole circle right here. Like, how do you miss that? And so I get to Vegas, and I get backstage, and I pull my motherfucking Spanx up. And when I tell you my shit is so fucking tight, I cannot breathe. My titty nipples are covered up. Like, I was fighting for my life at this point. And my manager comes backstage, and she says, Matt, I just wanted to let you know there's some really big wigs here at your show tonight, and I really need you to be funny. So I look at her, and I said, you know what? I really need your breath not to stink, but here we are. Sometimes we don't always get what we want. Now, I don't know why this bitch didn't think, maybe tell me this after the show, right? Because guess what happens? I got nervous. Do y'all know what happens when you get nervous? You gotta shit. Y'all ever had to try to take Spanx off when you gotta take a shit? That's an Olympic sport, okay? That is the hardest thing you will ever do in your whole motherfucking life. So I run to the bathroom, and look, my ass has seen a lot of things in this life, okay? A public toilet seat ain't one of them. I hover. Y'all know about hovering? Yeah, so I'm hovering, right? And I'm like, keep rolling, 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 rolling. I'm trying to pull these motherfucking Spanx down so damn fast, and my legs start to give out. I'm like, oh shit! Wait a damn minute! I'm not ready! And so I start praying. I said, Jesus, please give me some strength. My asshole needs some strength, Jesus. My left butt cheek is hanging out. My right butt cheek is still covered. I'm holding on to the wall. All of a sudden, my left kneecap went out. I fell against the wall. I'm holding myself up. I pray harder than I've ever prayed in my life. I said, Jesus! I'm not ready! And all of a sudden, it hit me. That is how people shit on the floor. People have said to me, Matt, your life is so glamorous now. You're on tour, people know who you are, you're selling out shows. I said, bitch, I am shitting on people's floors. Are you high? Ain't nothing about this glamorous. The next time that you go to Vegas and you see Adele perform, or you see Britney Spears, never mind. You see your favorite performer, you think about the time Mathews had a sold-out show in Vegas and he shit on those folks' floor. I don't really get nervous anymore. However, I got a little nervous when I came out here tonight. And not for reasons that you might think. Not because I'm in my hometown, sold out show here, not because I'm filming my special, because there's a lot of fucking straight men here. And that shit is not fucking normal. Straight men do not come to my shows voluntarily. I have learned over the last year and a half, straight men come to my show for one of two reasons. Number one, they're very comfortable in their sexuality and they think a gay comedian is funny. Man, I'm here for you, thank you. Number two, you really need some pussy. Either way, I still get paid. So thank you for your contribution to my bank account. The straight men that come to my show, y'all, and they'll just look. As they drink their Bud Light, kind of like this gentleman here. Just want to mug me. Bitch, I can mug you too. Old ass. The straight men that come to my show with their arms crossed and stare at me like they are so scared to laugh at me because if they laugh at me, my gayness might rub off of me and rub onto them. The shit ain't contagious, bitch. And not only that, let's be real. Sir, let's be real. You would be lucky to have anything this fabulous ever rub on you, okay? Like, these straight men, y'all, they'll be like, well, brother, I don't give a shit if you're gay, just don't hit on me. Have you seen yourself? You look 29 months pregnant and you have one front tooth. Ain't nobody hitting on you. You can't even get a woman, much less me. These motherfucking men, y'all, they got something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they got something. Sir, who bought the tickets tonight? Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck you. What about you, sir? Who bought the tickets? You bought them. Front row. Guess what? You getting anal tonight. And you know what you getting? Palm Pilot. Not by me, though. Not by me. That's all you, baby girl. It's all you. Best I can do is a handy out back. Okay. Who are you here with? This lady? This lady? Who bought the tickets? You did? Yeah. Why'd you come? Because she wanted to. Baby, you ain't got no friends? Did you know who I was before? No? You know you look like a Walmart version of Santa Claus. Are you aware of that? As long as you know. Who are you here with? You two? Muhammad Ali, and who are you? Y'all are friends? No, y'all fucking. Y'all are fucking. Oh my God. He got money? He got money? No money? Then you just dumb as hell. Dumb, just dumb. Bitch, if I'm all right, I'm gonna get $1 for it, okay? Who wanted to come tonight? Him? Both of you? Why you been mugging me the whole time I've been up here? Cause I look good? I know. It's my Nordstrom. And not the rack, bitch. I want y'all to know this is my last show of this tour and I'm gonna be fucking unhinged tonight. I don't give a fuck. Oh, not fuck you, not fuck you. Sir, why do you have pigtails on your face? He just got 2 little braids. Girl, I bet them things get down on your little coochie. Their handles, yeah. She's like, yes, bitch. Get it on both of them. Both of them, bitch. Shit. Oh, God. Well, for anybody that's here tonight and you have no idea who the fuck I am, like Santa Claus here. My name is Mathews. That is my real name. My mom was an alcoholic, and that's not a joke. She had to have something easy to remember when she was fucked up off her box wine from Walmart. I know that's so funny, but my dad was like, I think I want to name him after me. We're gonna name him Donald. Yeah, that's great. It's great, it's not too bad, unless you're the only white gay kid living in the projects. Then it's a little bit of a fucking issue, right? My life was already a struggle as it was. I didn't need any extra struggles. I grew up in Bessemer, Alabama. I know y'all know where that is. If you're here tonight and you're not from here and you don't know what I'm talking about, Bessemer, Alabama, all you got to do is watch the first 48. We're on every episode. Bessemer is actually voted one of the #1 crime-rated cities in the country. Very proud. Yes, I'm very proud. I really want to paint the story for you guys. I was 7 years old in Bessemer, Alabama, in government housing with my alcoholic mom. And as she was passed out in our apartment, I was out on the basketball field. And it would be me. What's so? I didn't even say nothing yet. What? Hold on. Y'all call it something different? Let me ask you something. You knew what the fuck I meant, didn't you? Now shut the fuck up, let me tell my story. So, I was 7 years old on the basketball court. It was Dominique, Devontae, Darrell, and Donald. Y'all see my struggle? These boys over here getting their hole in one, and here I am talking about some, go Devontae, go Darrell. My parents were trying to get my ass beat. This shit is ghetto. Serious note, my mother struggled with depression. She struggled with alcoholism. She was addicted to prescription pain pills. She had bipolar disorder. And she struggled a lot and had a lot of demons that she fought. And she loved me in the best way that she knew how. And I hated my mom because I was never comfortable. I was never happy where I grew up. I wasn't proud of where I grew up. I was ashamed that kids couldn't come to my house and hang out because they didn't want their kid hanging out at the alcoholics that lived in government housing. I was ashamed that my mom fought so many demons. And I never told my friends about her. I never shared stories about her. And then I lost her in 2007 to her battle with addiction. And I remember when I lost her, I hated her even more because I didn't know how to heal, and I didn't know how to move on, and I didn't know how to be a better version of myself. And I never wanted to do comedy. This was never a goal of mine. This was never a dream. It literally landed in my lap. And I remember when I started to write this show, I made a promise to myself that if I was going to do comedy, I wanted to do comedy my way. I didn't want to get on stage and tell a joke. I didn't want to get on stage and set up a punchline. I wanted to get on stage and tell my stories. And I wanted people to relate to me. And I wanted people to come into the room and leave with something that they didn't have when they walked into the doors. And I realized that when I did my very first comedy show, I took a wallet-sized photo of my mom, and if you have followed me on Instagram for a while, you may have seen it. I put this wallet-sized photo on my mirror in the dressing room, and I took a picture of it. And I posted it on my social media, and I shared my mother's story with the world. And I thanked her for the fucked up childhood that I had. And I thanked her for the trauma, and I thanked her for all the bullshit that I went through, because without her, I would not be the person that I am today. And I realized that it doesn't matter where you come from, and it doesn't matter who your parents are, and it doesn't matter where you lived. You can be anything that you want to be if you put a little fucking work into it. And if you see this photo, you will see my mother was the definition of a thug. She had red, black fingernails. They were about 4 inches long. She wore gold rings on every single finger, big gold chain necklaces, white sweater vest, and her name was Renee, spelled R-E-N-A-E with an apostrophe over the E. And I learned that if a bitch got an apostrophe over a letter in their name, do not fuck with them. You see, my mom from Bessemer, Alabama, would physically assault you at Sunday school, Easter service, Christmas morning. She would fight you. And growing up, this is a safe place, right? We're all besties here. Like, we all love each other. Let's be real. I want a real question, okay? Who in here has ever had their ass beat? And I'm not talking about like your mom like popped your butt because you got in trouble at school. I'm talking about you fucked somebody's husband and that bitch beat your ass. Like, that's what anybody in here, I mean, you don't have to, you know, it could have been for something else, but anybody ever got drugged? Thank you for your honesty. This is how you don't let that happen. So what my mom would do, when someone would come up to her, she would take her hand and she would grab them by the back of the head and she would twist. And they would be like this. From there, she would pull down, because a bitch down here can't do nothing. And as they were down there, she would walk backwards. Because you gotta put some ass into it, right? So they can't do nothing. And she would take her other hand, and as she had them down here, she would take her hand, she would say, bitch, bitch, bitch. Then you pull your motherfucking Spanx up. And this is what my mother did all the time. And I saw a thing on Facebook the other day, and it said, I bet none of you remember your 4th grade teacher's name. I said, yes, I do. Because my mama beat her ass in a parent-teacher conference. And it was my fault, y'all. It was my fault because I was pretending to smoke a cigarette with a Cheeto. Now look, do y'all know when you're in school, if you're good, you get like a little green sticker, you get to pick out the treasure box, you know, whatever, right? If you're bad, you get put on red, right? You have to move your little clip, put on red. So I got put on red this day. Bitch, I was puffing on my motherfucking Cheeto. And I would share it with my friends. You need a hit. Now, I knew that she was gonna beat my motherfucking ass. So what do you do when you know you're gonna get your motherfucking ass beat? You lie. You know, like the type of cry that you have to do to get your mom to believe you? You know, the type that you really gotta use your diaphragm and you almost throw up on yourself and pass out all at the same time? You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I did. I went home and I took my planner and I looked at my mom. And I would peek my one little eye and make sure she was still watching. And then I just let her have it. I said, and my mama looked at me and she's like, what is wrong with you? And then I really give it to her. I said, oh my God, I got put on red today. She's like, what? I said, I put on red today. She said, baby, what is wrong with you? I said, I got put on red today. She said, what did you do? And she took my planner and she opened it. She said, did you pretend to smoke a cigarette with a Cheeto? I said, no. That white lady don't like me. And she takes my planner and she writes back to my teacher, Matt did not pretend to smoke a cigarette with a Cheeto and did not deserve to be put on red. Mind you, in the 4th grade, I'm the same bitch I am today, just a little bit smaller. So I went to school and I went into class that day feeling just a little extra confident because I knew I didn't get in trouble. And I said, I didn't get in trouble, bitch. And she snatched my planner out of my hand and she said, Mathews, you did pretend to smoke a cigarette with a Cheeto and you admitted it to me. I said, yeah, you right. So she writes back, I want to have a parent-teacher conference. I said, look, lady, you don't want to do that. I learned my lesson, you learn your lesson. I'll do you one better, bitch. I won't ever even bring a bag of Cheetos in this motherfucker again. How about that? And I take my planner home and I said, Mom, she wants to have a parent-teacher conference with you. My mother looked at me and said one word, bet. Now the day of the conference comes. My mother worked at Waffle House. And she would walk back and forth from her shift to Waffle House. And the conference came and she walks into our apartment and I find her in our bathroom like this. As she pulled up her hot pink coochie cutter shorts that said juicy bedazzled across the back. She put on her white wife beater tank top from Walmart and slid on her Dollar General slides. And to the conference we went. Now we get to the conference, y'all, and my teacher sat here, my mom sat beside her, my principal was on the other side of the desk, and I sat in the back of the room just crying. Because I knew what was coming. My teacher spoke and my mom goes to speak, and my teacher put her finger in my mom's face. And she said, shh. Now I see where Matt gets his disrespect from. If you would have just shut the fuck up. I have never in my life seen my mother calm or collected, and she calmly and collectively pushed herself away from the desk. She put her fake Louis Vuitton on the floor. She grabbed my teacher by the back of her head and pulled her over the chair. This bitch looked like she came out the Matrix. She said, and as my teacher flew across the room, my mama just went in on her. And to her jail cell she went. Baby, I say her because she had frequent flyer miles. She would go to jail anytime, morning, night, that Christmas, bitch, it did not matter. I would get phone calls, ring, ring, hello? This is a collect call from. It's mama, answer the damn phone. An inmate at the Bessemer County Jail. What I'm supposed to do? Bail you out with my Monopoly money? Bitch, I'm 8 years old. I'll never forget the time that my mom beat the shit out of the Walmart greeter. Because this lady had the audacity, the gall, the gumption to ask to see the receipt for the rug that she just stole. Please make that shit make sense. Bitch, it was not a runner. It was not a 5x7. Bitch, it was a whole area rug. We didn't even have no area to put it in. We lived in an Econo Lodge. We had one bathroom and a bed and a Roachfield bathtub. And this bitch thinks she's Joanna Gaines and she's gonna fucking decorate the damn Econo Lodge. This is my life. This is my life. My dad got custody of me when I was 9 years old. Thank God. I thought that my life was gonna be so much better. I moved out of the projects with an alcoholic mom, and I moved into a trailer park with a Marine dad. It was no better. In fact, it was worse. However, silver linings, we was rich. We had a double wide. And it had one of them big old jacuzzi tubs, and it had the little steps that went up to it covered in carpet, and it had the mirrors that lined it, and it had a little jacuzzi, you know, the little jets where I used to put my little butthole. Like, we was really something, okay? Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. Y'all could not tell me nothing. Baby, we was rich. I used to float in that motherfucking jacuzzi tub like I was the king of the trailer park. But my life still was not getting any better. Me and my dad, we fought all the time. We could not get along. We fought every single day. And I wanted to make him proud of me, but I didn't really know how, and he would want me to do things like cut the grass, and he would come home and be like, I want you to cut the grass. Part of my brain said, do it and make him proud of you. The other part of my brain saying, fuck that lawnmower up. If the motherfucker don't work, then you can't cut the grass. And so I would get on this lawnmower, y'all, in the trailer park, and I'd be like, they see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirty, my little mullet in the wind. Baby, they would be little snitches. They would call my dad and be like, Don, Matt's down here running over people's shit again. Anything I could find, y'all. Rocks, stumps, children. I was gonna hit that motherfucker, okay? This lady had a big old mailbox and a boulder beside her little mailbox. I said, boom! What's anybody in their right mind think if you run over some shit? You step off the tractor, you go, oh, wow, okay. No, I said, throw that motherfucker in reverse. Boom! Can't cut the grass if the motherfucker don't work. My dad and I are continuing to fight all the time. We cannot get it together. And life at school was tough. I was made fun of all the time because I was the gay kid. And, you know, I'll never forget the time that I was in the 7th grade. And this was one of the times in my life where I felt like I was just mortified, you know? And kids are cruel. And I remember sitting in a quiet English class, and this kid took a paperclip and he straightened it out really, really straight, and then he bent it up. And he held it up in a quiet classroom, and this moment broke my heart because he held this thing up in this classroom in front of everyone. And he said, this paperclip is straighter than Matt. And I remember, whoever laughed, that's why you don't get no pussy. I'll never forget how that made me feel. But I've always been a quick bitch. And he lived in a single wide. So I looked at him and I said, keep fucking with me. And I'm gonna kick them cinder blocks out from underneath your fucking house. He never bothered me again. Imagine that. I wanted to make my dad so proud of me, I would go the extra mile to lie to him. I would tell my dad, Dad, I got a girlfriend. He'd be like, my little boy got a girlfriend? I said, mm-hmm. He said, what'd y'all do at school today, son? I said, we play with her Barbie dolls. He said, you know what, son? Never mind. My dad truly should have won an Oscar because he was such a great actor. He acted like I was straight for the first 19 years of my life. You would have thought me doing front flips off the couch in the trailer park, acting like I was Xena Warrior Princess, going, ah! You would have thought that gave that shit away. No, he was determined I was straight. You know, contrary to popular belief, I knew at a very early age that I was born this fabulous. Like, I didn't just wake up one day and was like, I think I'm gonna like dick today. It was just a part of who I was. Like, I didn't get to make that choice. I wanted to fuck Uncle Jesse on Full House in the 4th grade. And then when Urkel turned from Urkel to Stefan, ooh. Shit. Baby, did I do that? Yes, you did. And you can do it again. Shit, I was in heat in 4th grade. What is wrong with me? Urkel. What y'all know about Urkel? This the only black people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get 6? 6. Can I get 7? 7. Can I get 8? Can I get 8? Bitch, 8, why are you not raising your hand? You better stand up for your people, quit playing. I love diversity in my audience. I got any Mexicans? Mexican. Oh. Okay, I hear you, baby. I love my Mexicans, like Selena. Yes. Como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú. Si marchino, me marcho y yo sé better. Y'all white bitches better sing this goddamn song. Ay, como me duele. Y'all ain't got no cultures. Any Chinese people? Asian. One. Hey, baby. Hey, baby girl, I see you. One. I don't know none of your music, but thank you for being here. Any deaf people? I can speak sign language. Fuck you. Bald-headed, broke bitch. Y'all ain't know I could do all that, did you? Let's do it together. Fuck you, bald-headed, broke bitch. When y'all's man fuck around and play with you, you just look at them. Got time to play with you. I also know fuck you. That means twat. Waffle. Fuck you, twat, waffle. Thank me later. Yes. My dad remarried when I was 9 years old. He remarried the woman that I call mom. And this woman wasn't my birth mother. She didn't give birth to me, but this woman was everything to me. She taught me how to drive. She did my homework with me. She took me and my friends to the mall. She was everything that I never knew I needed from a mother. And she was my entire world. And I lost her in 2015. And it really made me realize how important family is. And I will never forget, her family loved me for me, and they told me that it was okay to be who I was. They taught me that it was okay to love who I was. And I will never forget the night that I met my aunt for the first time. I looked at my aunt and I looked at my mom and I was like, y'all look alike. I was in the 4th grade. And she said, yeah. And I said, wow, y'all sound alike. And my aunt put her hand on her hip, so calm and just nice. And she looked down and she said, baby, that's because we have the same mom and dad. I said, wait a motherfucking minute. That's a thing? Because where I'm from, we had 5 baby daddies and a do-it-yourself kid. I had no idea at 9 years old people had the same mom and dad. I had a half brother and sister that were 11 years older than me. We had the same mom but different dads. Now they're crackheads, so I'm not going to get started on them, but I never knew. I never knew. I was learning life lessons at 9 years old. And I'm just so grateful that my mom came into my life and showed me what a mother was supposed to be and showed me what a family was supposed to be. And I will forever have Match.com to thank for that. Because my parents met on Match.com and their dating profiles were like, I like long romantic walks on the beach. I like candlelit dinners. Bitch, no you don't. You like your pussy licked. Why are you lying? Dating online now is not the same. It is hard out here for a pimp, okay? Like, it is not easy. Dating online now is like, let me see your dick. And y'all don't give a shit. Y'all will send the most fucked up nudes I have ever seen in my entire life. Damn, labia minora all the way over here. Labia majora just all the way back here. Left titty just all the way up here. Y'all don't give a damn. Men, do not laugh. Do not laugh at these women because y'all are no better. If I see one more dick pic from y'all sitting on the motherfucking toilet, get the fuck up. Get up. If the size of your turd exceeds the size of your tallywhacker, leave that shit in the drafts. Don't nobody need to see that shit. Y'all are nasty. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all do not give a damn. Dating online can work if you do it correctly. Do I have anybody in here that has met online successfully? You two? Where did you two meet? Tinder? When? 4 or 5 years ago? Girl, you going to town on them motherfucking milk duds. Shit, they good. Damn. If she gets on that dick like she gets on them milk duds, it's over. How long did it take y'all to fuck? A long time? How long?
We were engaged.
Engaged? 3 years? I know you fucking lying. 3 years? Are you Catholic? 3 years? Was you fucking somebody else? Did you at least play with that thing a little bit? Girl. 3 years? Couldn't be me. And you was just like, okay. Was this just like a revelation from the Lord or something? Yeah. Was you a virgin? Oh my God. Were you a virgin too? He was like, hell no, I was getting that pussy. You know. Oh my God. Are y'all married now? Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Whew. Our God is an awesome God. Oh, y'all want to sing that? Y'all want to sing that, but not Selena. Fucking Alabama. This is the first man you ever been with? That's the only dick you've ever had. How old are you? 31? And you've had one TT? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You poor soul. Hallelujah. Amen for you, sister. I couldn't imagine only having one dick. I mean, I only have one dick, but never mind. Never mind. My mom really built a bridge between me and my dad. And now my dad is one of my best friends. I love him. He's such an incredible man, and our relationship is amazing. But it was hard for me because of the bad relationship that we had growing up. I had daddy issues. Not really. I was just a hoe. And if I said I had daddy issues, it made it sound better. I ain't got to worry about you, baby. You're good. You're golden. You keep your little white gown on, baby. Shit. I was a hoe. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19, y'all. I was saving myself for Jesus. It didn't work, but I gave it my best shot. I was tired of seeing all these bitches hunch on each other, and I was just sitting over here just like, what is happening? So at 19, I got on a dating app. I got on a dating app, and I met this guy, and he was like, hey, do you want to come over to my house? I was like, yeah. So I went over to his house. This is before I started watching murder mysteries. And I get to his house, and he's like, do you want to watch a movie? I'm like, well, yeah. Why? I didn't know that was code for fuck, okay? We're learning life lessons. So I go in, and we start watching a movie. My favorite movie, I might add. We are watching my favorite movie, and he starts kissing up on my neck. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you know, because I ain't never had nothing but that little jacuzzi tub. And he starts kissing up on my neck. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Well, my favorite part of the movie comes on, and this bitch is talking about some just around the river bend. Just around the river bend. Well, then he goes down my river bend. And I was like, oh my God. Y'all, I got so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed because I grew up. I was very religious. I was leading the worship every Wednesday and every Sunday. I grew up Pentecostal, bitch. I was running the pews. And when I tell y'all he went down my motherfucking riverband, I caught the Holy Spirit and started speaking in tongues. I said, hallelujah, Jesus. Hallelujah. This man thought I was crazy as a motherfucker. I left his house that night and I got in my car and I started praying because I knew I was going to hell. I said, Lord, please forgive me. I am a born-again virgin. I know that was a sin, but I'm gonna do that shit again tomorrow. And then the trailer park hoe was born. And I fucked a state trooper to get out of a ticket. Y'all, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? I did not approach that man. He approached me. He pulled me over and said, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, no, sir, I do not. He said, you were speeding. I said, how fast was I going? He said, 90. I said, what the speed limit? He said, 50. I said, oh, shit, that's reckless driving? He said, yeah, give me your license and your registration. Let me tell you something. That man went back to his car, and I broke out in a full-blown sweat and had a full-blown panic attack. I started doing what I do best, and I am not talking about sucking dick. I started praying. I said, Lord, now look, before I go any further, my relationship with the Lord is my relationship. Y'all's is y'all's. So y'all mind y'all's business. I talk to him the way I talk to my friends. And he talks to me the way I talk to him. So I said, Lord, if you get me out of this shit, I'm gonna be on the straight and narrow. I'm gonna be on the narrow. And he spoke back to me and said, bitch, you watch a lot of porn. Do what them bitches in the pornos do. I was like, oh, bet, okay. Officer? Officer, is there anything I can do, officer? Anything at all? This man looked dead in my face and said, is something wrong with your fucking eyes? That will humble you in a way you ain't never been humbled. I said, no, sir, there's nothing wrong with my eyes. And somehow, by the grace of God, I ended up at his house. I wasn't gonna fuck the man on the side of the interstate, y'all. I got morals, damn. I get to his house. There is not one, not two, not three, but 5 state trooper vehicles sitting outside. I thought, oh shit. They got me. I thought I was on a Dateline NBC episode To Catch a Predator. What does anybody in their right mind do if they show up to 5 state trooper vehicles? They put it in reverse and they're like, bye, right? Not me. I said, this shit's a gangbang. I'm going in anyway. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. This man was 6'5". Muscles in places I didn't know people could have muscles. Tattoos. I said, I am about to ride this motherfucker like a Six Flags roller coaster. So I went in, and then he went in. And if you miss that, I'ma let it slide. Jesus, he was fine. I went in this man's house. I said, okay, bitch, all hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. And I rode that roller coaster, and I stepped off that ride, and I looked up at this 6'5" man, and I said, that was the worst sex I ever had in my whole fucking life. I'll take the ticket for 200, Alex. It was that night I realized, men, if they're hot, they are typically terrible in bed. If they got one singular little ab right here, they think all they gotta do is lay there. Baby, this is a 2-player game. No licky, no sticky. Look, if y'all wanna have an orgasm, I'm talking about the best orgasm you've ever had in your life. I'm talking about just the best ever. You want the best? You want the best one? Okay, listen good. Fuck a troll. The ugliest motherfucker you can find. Just look like a bulldog. Just ugly. Because they are gonna make sure that you get yours first. They will make sure that you get yours. They said, baby, 3 inches is hell at 90 miles an hour. You know, don't you? This poor man is gonna hate my ass. I was doing a lot of adult activity at this stage in my life, but I couldn't figure out why I couldn't keep nobody. And I didn't know what was going on, you know? Like, I'm very self-aware. I wear Spanx, okay? Like, I don't think that I'm the hottest thing that has ever walked the face of the earth, right? But I'm cute, and I got good personalities, so I didn't understand what the issue was. And then one night, I was watching $1 Million Matchmaker. And that, y'all ever seen that show? Yeah, okay. So that bitch says, no sex before monogamy. I didn't know what the fuck that was. So I had to Google it. But I was like, okay, let me get on here. And I was like, okay, bet I can do that. I can do that. So the next guy I find, if I like him, he likes me, things are going, I'm not gonna sleep with him. I met this guy. He messages me. He's like, hey, I like you, I wanna take you out, you know, blah, 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 blah. I said, look, I live in a trailer park, so you can't come here. However, I do board my horses at a local boarding facility. You can meet me there and we'll have a Brokeback moment. And I remembered what my biological mom always taught me. The way to keep a man is a full belly and empty balls. Grow the fuck up, Alabama. Y'all know better. They're like, oh my God. I couldn't do the empty balls because I'm working on monogamy. I couldn't do the full belly because a bitch don't know how to cook. So y'all know what I did? I did the next best thing. I went to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. And I got some chicken salad, the kind they make fresh every day over there. And I put that shit in a Tupperware. And I went out on this date and I said, I made you this. And he was like, damn, you can cook. I was like, I know. We jived really well. He ended up coming back to the trailer park and spent the whole weekend with me. And guess what happened? I did not fuck him. I dry hunched him a little bit, but I did not fuck him at all. We spent the whole weekend together. And after 4 months, now that's a long time. I didn't have sex with him for 4 months. Calm down. I said I didn't have sex with him, okay? Just After 4 months, he came to my house. He's like, look, you like me, I like you. Do you want to be a thing? I said, like monogamous? He said, yes. I jumped on that motherfucker like white on rice. I threw this thing on him so motherfucking fast, y'all. So fast that he dropped out of the university that he went to and moved 2 hours away to live with me in a single-wide trailer in a trailer park. Baby, when this thing gets a thangin', you can't stop it. You just gotta roll with it. And now we've been married for 10 years. Calm down, calm down, calm down. He gets on my fucking nerves. He makes fun of me. He's like, oh, you carry a purse. Bitch, you married a man, so shut the fuck up. Gonna make fun of me. He thinks it's so funny to make fun of me because I carry a purse. I have 2 essential items that I carry in that purse: Vaseline and a pistol. My lips will not be chapped and your ass can be capped. I am not playing. There's a thing that I like to do called Confessions with Matt, and I'd like to end the show with that tonight. This is where people tell me their deepest, darkest confessions, and I tell them my real, honest opinion. Shall we start? My husband is begging me to put my nipple in his tooth hole. Are we talking about a gap? What are we gonna do, baby? Just take it and slide it in and lock it in place? Let me tell you something. If your husband gets too surprised or something scares him and he turns his head, you are a one nipple bitch for the rest of your life. So maybe let's not do that. How about that? I used anal beads for the first time. I was told to go in very slowly, one by one, and pull them out very slowly, one by one. Unfortunately, I pulled them out too quickly and I shit all over the wall. That'll do it. That will do it. I was giving my man the gluck gluck after a night out of eating and drinking too much. I threw up a little bit on his dick. There's more. But before he realized it, I slurped it back up, noodle and all. You're going to hell. That's where you're going. You're nasty. You're nasty. You're going to the 7th layer of hell. I'm a straight man here with my wife tonight of 10 years. I will admit I didn't want to come to the show. But after being here, I have to say, I would fuck the shit out of you. Oh my God. This floor is nasty. Y'all ain't never swept this bitch before? My God. If you want it, let's do it. Ride it, my pony. Oh my God, y'all can see my Spanx. DM me. DM me. DM me. DM me. Okay, let me get back let me get together. Was it you? It was you. I knew it. Meet me out back. My husband sucks at going down on me. Do you have any tips? Does it look like I ever ate a pussy? I cannot help you. Birmingham, Alabama, I'm Matt Mathews. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming. We're gonna do a video together. Are you ready? Birmingham! Thank you so much.
Giving me shit. He wants me to like.